I think you definitely have gone through loads of YouTube videos that teach you how to make this amount of money with this amount of time, or this amount of methods that will make you this amount of money and with this amount of time and things like that. And there is actually nothing wrong about it. And it actually gives you a motivation that you know where you want it to be. It gives you that extrinsic reward that you say, okay, if I do X, I'll be able to get this, and then I'll be able to flex all that, income streams that people actually ever wanted. And I think genuinely it's a good kind of start for people who actually want to turn their life around, and you want to start in income streams that actually completely different than your 9 to 5, and that eventually will kind of give you that financial freedom that you're looking for. There is a issues that no one actually talks about, is that how you actually get there and how you actually can make it more sustainable. And why is that the issues? Because if, say, you're a retailer and you actually want to start a SaaS business, right, which is a tech business, if you don't have money, you have to do it yourself, or you want to make that as a career, then you have to grind yourself, make yourself disciplined to actually learn that. And if you're just having that goal to make money, then usually, in my experience, including myself as well, you would actually just give up after 3 months or 6 months. And this actually, my best example is that I have tried to do YouTube videos for ages. I tried 3 years ago and then I stopped. I tried 2 years ago and I was too busy. I stopped. And now I kind of gained that new skills, which is intrinsic value. How can I actually use that as income, as a catalyst to build my future income streams? So in this video, I just want to talk about how I actually use that income stream, which is the intrinsic value, understanding it, what's that intrinsic value, how we can actually build that, use that kind of new power to build more income stream on top of that. And then lastly, I'll talk about my experience so far by actually understanding it sincerely and using it so far by kind of doing this YouTube video, which basically no one's watching, right, other than my editor. So let's go to the first sections. So the first one will be understanding the intrinsic value, which I think is pretty important if you actually want to unlock this kind of income stream, in my opinion. And it's not necessarily related to money, but it's an income stream that will gain you some sort of powers that you will keep going without actually thinking of burnout, bored, and time just flies when you're actually in the mood or actually doing the things. And this, for me, it's a mental training and it's sort of a best income that you can get without actually having the physical value out of it. And how do you actually know that you unlocked it? The first thing that I would say is that you will actually look into the work you're doing. Is that actually give you any fulfillment, as we just mentioned that? Is that give you any happiness? Or is that actually give you knowledge that you then can build that on top of as a foundation, build as to build more income streams? And for me, it's always all related to three of when I'm doing my kind of side hustles that require grinding, I kind of feel fulfilled because I able to help the customers where they couldn't do a little bit of probably cloud designing and any of the consulting work. I able to help them with the fraction of cost. It gives me the fulfillment that to continue to go ahead, and then the happiness as well when they give me the feedbacks that I can showcase to the world that I have these capabilities to give my customers the perfect fit customer service. And then lastly, the knowledge. Customers always have a different type of requirements, and kind of if I work and grind through them kind of based on the happiness and fulfillment, I always learn a lot more knowledge than I can actually gain from a 9 to 5 job, which is ironic, right? I think it's also about linking the intrinsic value to income as well, right? And then you just mentioned about intrinsic value shouldn't link to money, but the income, what I mean the income is every time you do something you actually like or use intrinsic value to gain something out of it, then you would actually know that you can go a lot further than your usual, basically. I'm pretty sure that by the time I'm talking about this, you will feel, if you're working in retail or working in the restaurant kind of food industry, you know that sometimes you just don't feel like going to work because it's so busy. You don't feel like this is something you want to continue doing again and again, or you're just feeling tired when you finish a shift and you can't even think of starting anything else anymore. If you change the mindset that thinking, okay, my next side hustle is not actually about money, but something I actually like at the same time, and that will give me fulfillment and happiness, then it will actually kind of give you a sort of, I would say, income that will allowing you to continue doing it even though you don't get any monetary value out of it, which is money. And again, I'll give you an example here is I'm making this YouTube video right now, right? And it doesn't make any money. There is no viewer. There's some viewer, about 500, 600 views, and there's no much comments, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, even though I'm quite bad at making videos. I'm talking to videos right now, just rambling and with the script right here. But I'm starting getting hang of it because I used to do YouTube video 3 years ago. I couldn't continue it because I keep thinking that if I make this video, I want to gain $60, $100, $150, and I just give up during the halfway. But for the past 3 months, I've thought about a lot of intrinsic values, and then I trained myself to think that if doing this YouTube able to improve my communication skills in front of the camera, in front of the audiences like you guys, and that is the fulfillment for me. And then at the end of the day, posting the video out will also give me happiness because I feel like I've done something that's difficult for me, which I worked in IT and I kind of just put my head down and start coding most of the time. And that happiness came from me because I finally able to talk a lot of crap on the internet now, talking about intrinsic value, and that's giving the happiness, right? And that eventually linked to income because I have that source of happiness and fulfillment that allowing me to keep continuing making videos and also other side hustles, which I actually briefly talks about in my other videos, which is the Ask3H. Ask3H is a kind of micro posting business that no one's actually wanted to do, but my aim is also about my fulfillment because I know that my skills can make that things happen. My happiness came from if I can make that pound a day, which I'll talk about, I will do that. And then I also want to take that, how can you actually build additional income streams on top of the stuff you just learn, basically intrinsic value, right? I think with the strong base of intrinsic value, I think you are basically well positioned to diversify income streams. So I currently doing 2 of them. So one's the YouTubes and another one is kind of SaaS business because I feel like I can do this for free, even though I don't make money. I can do this for free for a very long time. And it also still gives me the happiness and the fulfillment that I can keep going. So probably 2 years now, I give up, I'm not sure. But for now, I'm feeling like the momentum I can do it. Even though I'm doing this YouTube video, I'm feeling this video is going to be crap and no one's watching it. But I'm still doing it. Yeah, so I think identifying, right, and leveraging the kind of personal intrinsic value will actually create you a new income streams. And that's what I base on, right? I base on my 9-to-5 cloud engineering skills. And then I build my SaaS business on top of that. And then on the side, I do something completely different, which is the YouTube, recording myself and just to talk about it. I actually have a higher chance to keep continue, and then you will see what you actually been earned for, which is extrinsic value reward. $1 million? I'm not sure. But he's one of the real case studies that he's been doing this based on his own understanding on intrinsic value. He treats his YouTube videos as, you know, if I don't make money, I'll just make it because he likes to teach people. He likes to make videos. And same to me as well. I don't like making videos because it's kind of uncomfortable talking to the camera and it's kind of awkward and cringy at times as well. But I try to overcome it because it's a knowledge that I can learn, making videos, talking to people. Again, happiness that coming to upload the video, and then fulfillment of kind of keep up doing this. So the conclusion of this video is that I think the hidden income that no one talks about is definitely intrinsic value. And if you can actually unlock it, then you would basically able to do anything that no matter how difficult it is, you're able to do it because you actually all looked into, you know, you're not doing it seriously for the reward, you're doing it sincerely for that intrinsic value and gaining the reward at the very end of the spectrum. And yeah, so that's it really in my video. I think I talks about it a lot. And I'm not sure if anyone actually watched it in this minute because they're quite bored to watch me just rambling. I'm still trying to learn how to make a good YouTube video. But hopefully my editor will save my video for sure, right? And so if you have any comments, you leave it down below. I'll definitely reply it. And I'm also quite keen to hear about what you think about this kind of income stream because I'm pretty sure people with thumbs down already because I'm wasting their time, right? Because they want to think about how they can make money in a short amount of time. But this is not about it. I'm more into long-term wealth that I'd rather have £10,000 a month continuously generating until at the end of my life than actually just a large amount of money and then do not know how to spend it and so on. So that's my take anyway. So anyway, I mean, if you like my video, subscribe, and I'll try to improve my way of making videos. My videos is about finance, and especially how I started up as a migrant in the UK and all the way up to, you know, I would say good life, but average life in the UK, so I don't kind of struggle with life anymore. So if you're interested on that, subscribe to me. And again, if you have any comments you want to know about myself, or any you know, topics you want to discuss, just leave the comments down below. I'll definitely reach back to you. So that's it. Peace.